The Tampa Bay Birth Network is an organization of families, professionals, and individuals who support pregnancy, birth, and parenting as normal and natural processes. Our events provide information and resources to help empower expectant couples. The Tampa Bay Birth Network is a Florida non-for-profit organization and federal 501c3 made up of professionals and individuals who support the natural processes of pregnancy, birth, and parenting. This year's Natural Birth and Baby Expo was hosted by Corbett Preparatory School of IDS in Tampa, Florida. To find out more, please visit www.tampabaybirthnetwork.
They do in every way, because you will ask them a question and they'll come back with an answer
amazing.
And you'll go,
what happened there?
I should have thought of that.
I know, that's great. Hey everyone, this is Katika from Living Vibrantly, and we're here with Cynthia Factor, and she's going to tell us a little bit about Arbonne. How are you doing, Cynthia?
I'm good. How are you?
Good,
Thank you
good.
for having me. Thank you.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to have you. It's always nice to sit down with someone that is very successful at what she does and so inspirational. Not only were we talking about the company, but we're talking about life in general, her two beautiful girls. And so I'm delighted to spend the afternoon with you.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit what you do.
This is Arbonne. Arbonne is a company that was founded in 1980 in Switzerland. We are still formulated in Switzerland over there. It is a green company.
Oh,
We have been green for 34 years now. So we didn't just jump on that bandwagon that a lot of people are coming to. We have, I like to say, perfected it.
Nice.
We're actually made in the U.S. This is all a plant-based product. We have 450 personal care products.
Wow.
Personal care meaning anything that you have to use during the day to step yourself out the door. Men and women. We all take showers, we wash our hair, we take our vitamins, we brush our teeth. Women obviously put on their form of makeup and do their hair, and then, believe it or not, men do too.
Right.
Okay, everything that you can think of that will step you out the door to make you feel wonderful for the day. It is a gluten-free product. It is also a vegan certified product. So we've covered all the bases of health and wellness. I like to tell people it's not just what you put into your body, it's also what you put on your skin, your hair. Think of a pregnant woman, and the doctor tells them, don't use this, don't use that, don't use this, but the minute you're not pregnant, you go right back to it. Why?
Yes, right.
You know, what goes on your skin goes into your bloodstream in an average of 22 to 26 seconds.
Wow.
And when people don't believe me when I say that, I go, well, you have a birth control patch, you have a nicotine patch. What does it do?
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, so what inspired you to be part of this amazing team with Arbonne?
I have a chemistry background. Actually, that's what I've done for years, worked in a lab. I always looked at products, okay? I do not have the best complexion in the world. I wasn't born with one, and that's perfectly okay. But in having that issue, I've always had to watch what I have put on my skin, what I have put on my hair, all of this stuff. So even as a very young girl, I always watched what I had to do. I always looked at ingredients. Why isn't this ingredient working for me? Why is this one? Obviously, with the chemistry background, it got better as I got older.
Right.
This I went into for my children first. I used the products for a very, very long time, actually, before I even became a consultant. My youngest was born with severe eczema type of skin problems. And the normal baby products that they like to have you use, I wasn't a firm believer in. And so I started to look more towards the natural aspect of it. As I've always done natural, like I always used oatmeal on my face to scrub it, or eggs to, do a mask for it, things like that. I had to look for something for her to help her with this, and that's how I ran into these products. So I used them for quite some time until the actual business portion was presented to me. And when it was presented to me, on all honesty, I just kind of looked at it and went, okay, that's really nice. And I thought, as do most people, that delivering lipstick. And
we were having this conversation before. We thought it was a makeup-based company, and then I was delighted to hear that it's expanded for years on different areas of the market. So so
makeup wasn't even what we started with. It was personal care products, and I wasn't delivering. I wasn't putting my children in a car and delivering, lipstick here, or makeup here. I was like, that's not happening. When I really sat down with the person that introduced me to it and learned about the business aspect of it, it wasn't a party-based business. It was all internet-based. There's no stocking of products. So I didn't have to have all this stuff near my children that they were going to knock down or play with or do, hide from them. It was strictly all internet-based. It's a different way of making a living. It is not for everybody. On a personal level, it should be. It's very simple. It is not your pyramid scheme, which is what many people think that way. There's a boatload of money to be made in this. It's very simple. I worked full time. I have my 2 children. My husband travels all the time, and I threw it into what we like to call the nooks and crannies that everybody thinks they don't have.
Right.
But if you really want something bad enough, you will figure out a way.
Right.
And so that's what I did. And then it became my full-time job. I'm doing so well with
So
it.
how many years have you been doing this full time?
Full-time I started last March.
Wow.
I started full-time with this.
And
yes.
I imagine you're just as passionate as you were when you first started using it.
The products are perfect in my mind.
Right.
Everything about them, when you try them, there's nothing about them that's wrong. They are, it's green. We are a 90% green company. We've won all sorts of awards for it, right down to our products, how we put everything in bottles, all green. The ink's green, everything's green. It is vegan, which is fabulous. There's no animal byproducts or anything tested with animals, which is fabulous because as a scientist, I've seen what they do, and it's not pretty, and I don't even like looking at it. I went off base. What was the question?
No, but actually, you brought up a good point. Not only is this company providing a solution to various ailments that are out there, but also you being a scientist and having your background and having certain issues come up in your life as a child and then later in life, you're able to appreciate and understand and be more, maybe even more passionate that you are part of something that is as organic and natural as possible. And having these labels of being a green company and encompassing all that package, I'm sure it's easy for you to, for instance, for someone who doesn't know anything about the company, to be able to say, okay, well, try this. Because let's say if someone came up to you today, Cynthia, and said, you're at the grocery store, and someone says, what do you do? And what's one thing you can sell them right there? What's one product that you know that person's going to just fall in love with?
Oh, the shampoo.
The shampoo. Okay, so tell me about the shampoo. 'Cause I actually love the purple. Is that the purple one?
Yes, that's the purple one.
So you
The
guys
shampoo
can
and the conditioner actually is new to us this year. We do have other shampoo and conditioners in our lines. This is just one of the lines, and it has 16 amino acids.
Well, your hair is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. I actually admired it when I first met you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, so of course now I understand.
Well, the amino acids are proteins, okay, just a fancy word for proteins. It was actually put out for color-treated hair to guarantee you almost 90% more of your color staying on your hair. Obviously, and I will admit it, as you get older, that you have to do some things to make it look pretty. Okay.
Just a little extra steps. We're not going to talk about that today.
Okay. But what happened was, because of the proteins in there, the younger generation, and I'm not old, took hold of it and ran with it because of those proteins. Wow. The minute you put that in your hair, it's amazing. It has no SLS with the sodium lauryl sultrate, which is the bubbles you'll see in shampoo, which are actually poisonous to your hair. So when you first try it, you're going, it's not bubbling, but you're realizing you're not poisoning your head either or anything in it. So you work it through your hair and just use like a quarter size amount for all this hair.
Wow.
And the conditioner, it's amazing.
Really?
It's amazing.
Wow.
Just amazing.
And now, do you do that once, a couple times a week, or does it matter?
That's a personal issue. I personally shampoo my hair every day. That's just me.
So it's just, you can use it as much as every day.
Right.
Okay, awesome.
Some people don't, but I do.
Great.
I like my hair clean in the morning, and I do my business and go.
Right. So we all always hearing about different protein shakes, what to do, smoothies, what to have, whole foods. Tell me a little bit about this vanilla protein shake.
This is a pure vegan protein.
Okay.
What does that mean? There's no cholesterol, there's no trans fat, there's no soy, there's no whey, there's no artificial flavors or colorings. It is a cranberry, rice, and green and yellow pea protein. Okay. What does that mean for you on your stomach? Whey is a byproduct of milk, as we all know. As we also know, milk is not the milk you and I grew up with.
Right.
Okay.
We were talking about that earlier, too.
We were. It is the, unfortunately, hormonal,
huge
part of the hormonal stuff that comes out of the cow, which is sad. I personally enjoy my milk, but I understand the basis of not drinking it as much as you used to because of the issues.
Right.
It causes a lot of problems with people's stomachs. There's too many people now that they're having issues with those milk products not because of the actual milk itself, but because of what's in that milk
Right.
coming from the cow. It's not good
very,
anymore.
Very disappointing.
So whey is a byproduct of milk. So I won't ever cut down anybody's joy of what protein powder or anything they want to use. But when you start having stomach issues, you're going to question why.
Right. And you're
Okay.
going to find out
This is a true
quickly.
vegan protein, a true plant-based vegan protein. It's smoother. It's wonderful. It tastes so much better.
it really?
It's like a fine silk even before you drink it. On a personal level, my children and myself all do spinach and blueberries in our smoothies every morning.
Very good.
It's very difficult to get
I would
green
add a-
vegetables in a child.
Yes, actually sounds good, and I would add a little kale to it too.
I tried that once. I like a kale salad. Putting it and mixing it up
it
wasn't a
didn't-
personal taste for
Really?
mine,
Oh,
no.
I love it.
But a funny story. You will laugh because I know you're very much into health. And people are going to think I'm an idiot, but I really didn't
No.
I really had never seen this before. I found an organic a vegetable place, and the lady goes, well, how about some spinach? Well, I thought she was going to hand me an organic spinach in a bag.
Right.
And she hands me the spinach out of the ground with the roots and how it works. I don't know, actually I'd never seen it before. And I went, what is that? And she goes, it's
This is-
spinach. And I went, oh,
This is the right spinach.
this is the right spinach.
You're
Right.
supposed to have.
Like I said, I went to an organic
Yes.
place.
Uh-huh.
And she goes, you'll never turn back. Oh my God, it's the most wonderful stuff you ever tasted.
It's just amazing, the taste, right?
And when people say they don't like spinach, I'm going, oh no, you have to try the stuff they actually get out of the ground.
The way God intended. You know?
Well, exactly.
It's so true.
You know, and
Go
not
back
out of
to-
a.
Go back to our roots. Go back to what we were.
Oh, it's delicious.
So, oh my gosh, what a great story. So, of course, you haven't gone back to the
Never.
frozen or the yeah.
Never. I mean, yes, most people buy their spinach in a bag.
Right.
Even the organic is in a bag. But it's so pretty.
Yeah.
The leaves are perfect. Everything's perfect. When I get the spinach now that I use, I have to wash it and clean it and take it off its leaves, and it's
Yeah,
not so
but
pretty.
the-
But you've,
The
I
taste is completely different.
will just pick it off the leaves and eat it,
Yes.
which I would never have done with anything else.
That's great. That's a great story, actually.
Oh, everybody laughs
love
at me,
it.
but I don't care. I thought it was funny.
So I see here that you also have some vitamins. And
We have every vitamin you can think of,
tell us a
all,
little bit about
again,
that.
a vegan vitamin.
Okay.
Your daily vitamins for women, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Your daily vitamins for children. Your daily vitamins for men. We have a joint support. We have the omegas, which are not a fish oil. It's
Mm.
a plant-based omega, so you're not having that burping type of feeling you would
okay.
get from a fish oil. Plus, with all of our nutritional products,
Mm-hmm.
you can take every single one of them, put it on a bowl, swallow them, drink it, whatever you want to do, all at once. You will get no stomach upset like you would if
Really?
you were taking a whole bunch of vitamins. You don't have to take them at night, which was a lot of the problems I always had with vitamins. I had to take them at night so you'd sleep off that feeling. I just pile it all on, take it in the morning, walk out the door.
Wow. And that's it.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
it. It's a fantastic.
That's amazing. That's
Fantastic
amazing.
company to work for. It's all about our products and us, and that's it. They put all their money into a product. I mean, a 34-year-old company that's been green for 34 years, they know what they're doing.
Right. So if people want to get more information about you, possibly about the products, or maybe even getting involved on your team, how can they do that?
They can go to my website, or they can also call me. I don't know if you want me to put
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
information.
Let's see.
My number is 727-642-6883. My website is idella, idella.myarbonne.com. The Idella is my children's great-grandmother.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And my second daughter's middle name, and I love that name. So I named the website after her.
Oh, great.
And my
Wonderful.
email is cynthiafactor@myarbonne.com.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Now, before we close out, Cynthia, is there anything else you want to recap to tell our viewers about this wonderful company that you're part of, and that's actually transformed your life?
It has. It's transformed in many ways. I've totally switched a career. I have a lot more freedom with this company to do exactly what I want to do with my children, which is important. Okay. Obviously, I meet amazing people. I have amazing friends on my team. Just the Baby Expo alone, I usually do that every year. I'll put in a caveat for them. I have to say, my oldest is 12. I wish I had known about them when I was giving birth to my children, because the information that they're supplying to mothers and fathers and grandmothers and aunts and uncles is something I knew nothing about at the time.
Yeah.
And I think as a woman who is allowed to have children, you need choices, and those choices should be yours, and they give them to you. So,
And it's amazing how much they've grown. We were making that
Yes.
comment before we started our show.
when they first started, it was a very tiny little venue, and they've made this big venue. And the choices that they're giving families, I wouldn't just say women, just families, because the traditional family isn't what it used to be.
Right,
You have such
right.
a overview.
Yes.
What they're giving families, what they're giving choices for women with babies, and
So
the
it's nice
babies
to
themselves.
see them evolve as everything else has evolved as well.
I
They
love
evolve.
just going, not only because it does so much for me and my business and getting the products out there, but also going around and seeing all the neat stuff the babies
Yeah.
get to have nowadays.
Not only that, but I enjoyed seeing all the babies too. There were so many kids. It was wonderful. This
You will never
expo.
see so many pregnant women in one
Oh,
room.
that's true. The energy was just amazing. I loved it. I loved meeting everyone too and seeing that information. It's just a wealth of information there, like you
Well,
said.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful to me that the family hasn't died.
Right.
You
And then we're
know.
going back to the natural processes, that this is what truly is what we should be incorporating in our lives, in our families' lives.
Absolutely.
'Cause I think that's the first step when you have a child. If you start with that mindset, then your whole life just takes a different approach, which is basically what you've done here.
Right.
with
The children
your-
need to be healthy, and you have to do that. And I'm not a firm believer, even in the foods or in the products that we sell, doing that unnatural way of doing things. I
Right.
mean, yes, it's very convenient. Please don't get me wrong. But if you put that into your repertoire during the day and make it a habit like you would anything else, brushing your teeth, doing something like that, you can do the good things you need to do in your
That's
life.
right. That's
You know, you
absolutely
don't
true.
have to pick the processed food off the shelf.
Right.
You don't have to.
You can make different choices, and because of people at the expo and because of people like yourself, Cynthia, you guys are making that transformation available for all of us. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thanks so much for having me. This was fun.
This was fun and easy, right?
Yes,
Wasn't
it was.
easy? And especially when you talk about something that you're passionate about, that's brought joy and such health benefits not only to yourself but to your family.
Absolutely.
Which is
Absolutely.
inspiring when you see your kids going through that change. That's amazing. So
Right.
thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
And we are very happy to provide this interview for you, and we'll see you guys soon. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
The Tampa Bay Birth Network is an organization of families, professionals, and individuals who support pregnancy, birth, and parenting as normal and natural processes. Our events provide information and resources to help empower expectant couples. The Tampa Bay Birth Network is a Florida non-for-profit organization and federal 501c3 made up of professionals and individuals who support the natural processes of pregnancy, birth, and parenting. This year's Natural Birth and Baby Expo was hosted by Corbett Preparatory School of IDS in Tampa, Florida. To find out more, please visit www.tampabaybirthnetwork.org.